Hi, welcome to the training today. My name is Sang, and I will be going over the uh, training module in the Title 31 application. So, one of the many requirements of the FINCEN and the Title 31 a requirement is to maintain a continuous training program of Title 31 regulations to all employees, and this includes upper management as well. So each employee must have a continuous training program. Okay, so this is where you can input those trainings and log those trainings into the training module in the Title 31 application, and then from there you can generate reports based on those trainings. So I'm going to start off here by going to the website. Here's a link here if you haven't been on our website yet, but there is a training center here, and inside the training center there's a lot of free training modules here. So they're categorized in three main columns here. You can kind of switch back and forth. It overlaps. So I'm gonna click on the Title 31 Fundamentals Training 2024 down here. There is another one up here as well. It's very similar too, but I'm gonna go with the one down here. So all these are free trainings. So what these are they're examinations and quizzes, and a lot of the information that are inside of the quizzes are from the BSA, FINCEN, and IRS website. So it's a combination of a lot of areas to be placed into one. So here what we're going to do is you'll first notice that you'll have the title here, and you'll have a time limit here. Okay, and there's a counter on the top here. Okay, if you refresh your browser here, or just reset. Okay, so that's about 120 minutes, about 2 hours here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put in my name, and I'll put in my last name here, and we'll click start, and you'll be prompted telling you that there's a timer that's going to run. Okay, now this is a visual timer only. Okay, the timer is actually coded in the back of the training HTML codes here. So all the questions are randomized, so you won't get the same questions each time you log in or you sign in. Okay, so we'll go with this first question. What does BSA stand for? So it's the Bank Secrecy Act. So most of these questions, they're either multiple choice or true and false questions, so you don't really need to input any guesses. Okay, we'll click next. SARS, some things that a patron could do that might be considered suspicious are using the casino purely for its financial services. That is true. Let's say we'll choose false, and we'll make that incorrect here. Okay, if you choose a false, or if you get one of the questions incorrect, it's going to tell you down here why you got that question wrong. Okay, and it'll tell you, the answer was true. You should have picked the right answer. Okay, so this is just not an examination process or a quizzing process. It's also an educational process as well. Okay, and I know some of the casinos you're allowed to take this as many times as you like to get the best score possible, and one of the process of doing so is to familiarize yourself with all the rules of Title 31. Okay, and it's not really to dock you or anything. It's more, the goal of it is to have you go through it so many times and in a repetitious manner that you remember certain things and you retain that information, and so that you can use that in the casino. Okay, so I'm gonna click through these questions here, and I'm just gonna click through all of them here. so that we can get the results. So once you go through all the questions, it's gonna grade you at the end of the examination here. So just gonna click through these here. We're around 60 questions. It doesn't. It gives you 2 hours. Most people take only less than an hour to do it. One of the reasons for the 2 hours time frame is to encourage employees to actually pick an answer. And hit here, and there you go, 100 question. And once you're done, click evaluate. And then the training software here will grade you. It'll tell you each of the questions that you got wrong or correct. Okay, and it's gonna go all the way down here, and that's my score down at the bottom here. So I made 99 errors, total score of 1. Okay, so you can print that. Okay, you don't have to print it through a paper format. You can print it to a PDF as well, depending on how your system is set up. Okay, so you can print that and you can save that. So here, I'm gonna print this here. Okay, I'm gonna print it to a PDF file. Okay, and then I'm gonna save it. And I'm gonna save it into my desktop, and I'm gonna save it into my DB images here. And we're gonna put results, and we're gonna put saying, and then let's put our date here. Okay, 0108. Okay, and what kind of results? Let's say title 31. Okay, and we'll click save. Okay, and it's good to go. So I save my results, and I'm gonna go back. Okay, hitting the back button will take you back to the training menu, and here you can pick another one. So there's quite a lot here. There's a lot of blackjacks, card counting, advanced blackjack training, demo. There's actually the full version. It's on the other trainings module. There's a lot of surveillance, mix, table games, gaming machines, which is slot machines, cage operation, and many other training here. On the general business training, there's bloodborne pathogen, COVID-19 trainings, retaliation and discrimination training. There's a few OSHA, Cal OSHA. There should be a few OSHA there too somewhere. Cal OSHA and OSHA, EOC training, PW, FA as well, and I think it's missing a few. NFPA also should be there. Okay, but we're gonna exit out of here. We're gonna go back to the software application now. So you can use the training site, our training site, or you can use your own training module that you designed for your employees. And once they've taken that, let's say I'm going to input that into and save those information into the software application here. So we're going to go to new. We're inside the training module here. Okay, and I'm going to click on new, and employee, let's choose me. Okay, I'm going to put me in there. Put me in there. Okay, and department will say I'm in the administration. Okay, if I have any ID number, I don't. Training description, let's say title 31, fundamentals. Okay, and hours, let's say we round it off. You want to round all your trainings to the hours. So instead of 1.5, 1.7, 1.6, etc., just label it to the hour, round it off to the hour. Okay, score percentages, I have only 1%. I got 1 out of 99. Okay, trainer, let's say the trainer was me also. So I'm gonna attach that result in here. Okay, so I'll put in Title 31 fundamental trainings. Okay, and we're going to attach the file to it, and we saved it inside our DB images file here. Okay, and it was this PDF file here, Title 31 results. Okay, so I attached that. As you could attach certificates if you like, documentations, proof that this person had taken that examination or that training. It doesn't necessarily, it could be a PowerPoint presentation, but they earn credits for it. Okay, so here we're gonna go to view file so you can see it, and that's my results. Okay, and I got 1 out of 99. Okay, let's close out of that here. So one of the key things is that you can enter multiple documentations if you like, but one of the key points when you're making your inputs is that make sure you have the general information, of course, but you really want to include the hours and the score percentage, okay, because these get calculated in the reporting process, and it helps analyze your employee, the department, and the whole operation as a whole. And I'll show you that in a little bit here. I'm going to click save and exit here. Okay, so we just saved that. I'm going to refresh my system on my list here, and you see that this list here shows me the last 30 days of trainings. Okay, so any new trainings is going to be listed here, so I can see who's getting trainings. Excuse me. Okay, so these options here, you can search by keywords inside the training description to retrieve inputs. You can search by employee, date range. We're going to go into the reports here and more. Okay, inside here there's more reports here, and one of the reports I really want to show you is if you just like to see all of the data set, you can click on this option right here, view all training data set. Okay, and you'll see everybody's training here. Okay, so you'll see that if we reorganize this list here from largest to smallest, you'll see that that last training that I just took is right here. Okay, so I'm gonna run this report here, and this is a very unique report down here, the report all analysis. Okay, so I'm gonna run that, and that's gonna automatically pull everything for me. Okay, so if I maximize this a little bit so that you can see it better. Okay, what this does is it breaks all the data into departments. Okay, such as it lists the administration first. Okay, and that examination, that entry I just put is right here. Okay, and it tells you that the administration department, okay, has 1 employee, 1 hour of training. Okay, the department total count 1 hour. Okay, average score is 1. Okay, so you can kind of tell that it's going to list everything down here. Okay, the average score is 51. It's going to analyze that for me. So for example, if you look at backgrounds here, they have more than 1 employees. It has 3 employees. Their combined average scores is 63. Okay, so it's gonna break everything down for you, and it's gonna kind of give you an analysis of your employees. Okay, so yeah, we can go down here a little bit more. Let's go to the end here. Okay, so at the end of the reports, it can give you a summary of how many departments you have, how many employees, training count, total hours that you spent, and the average score of all the whole operation as a whole. Okay, so that's a very unique report here, the analysis report. You can do it by department as well. Okay, we can print by all department, and this is a date range search, so you'll have to put in a begin date and an end date. For example, if you just want the first month, or you want the first quarter, or biannually, or annually, or last year's, you can put in those dates. In this example here, I'm just going to put in some wide range dates so I can pull up everything that I have. So this report here, let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see it here. So it breaks it down into the different departments in this date range. Okay, and it lists all your employees and their trainings. Okay, go to the end. I'll give you a little summary here of the total departments, total count of trainings, and total hours. Okay, so if you're running this for the first quarter, let's say this is for the first quarter of the year, and I'm analyzing this, I have this many departments, and I have we spent within those departments, they're pushing out a total of 16 trainings, and we spent a total of 24 hours combined. So you could increase that, you can mark that as a standard and push that as a goal to increase that by 50% during the next quarter, or etc. So that's what these reports mainly are for, is to analyze your operation, your departments, your individual employees, if you like. So let's go with employees here. Date range search. So I'm just putting in some wide range dates here. So I'll get everything here. So this is by employees, and this report is by all employees, the training date range. Okay, so these are my employees here. Of course, you can see me here. I have a total of 12 hours within the date range that I inserted. Total of 8 training. Okay, and they'll list all my trainings here. If we go to the end here for the summary, we have 4 employees, total count of 16 training, total hours of 25 hours. Okay, so those are some of the reports. There's a few other ones. You can print a casino employee list here if you like, and I'll show you all your employees as well. Okay, you can choose the inactive employees as well. You can, if you're not sure when you're running the reports, especially the department reports, if you don't remember which department, there is a department list here. Okay, so you can copy this and then paste it over to your department search if you like. Okay, corrections can be done here. Okay, so if I go here and I go to the last record, and that last training that I inputted, I could make corrections here. Okay, maybe I needed to add another documentation to it. I can attach another file to it as well. Let's say DB image. I'll attach this photo to it, and I'll say training certificate. Okay, you can view it as well. Okay, so, or you can make changes, and let's say fundamentals part 1. Okay, or to the hours if you like, or the percentage. Okay, save and exit. Okay, so that is the training module. Once again, it does have some very unique reports that can help you analyze your data as well, and this is part of the FINCEN and BSA requirement, is to maintain and track all of your employees' training, and continue and establish a continuous training program for your organization. So just having that training process down, you do need to still record it and at the same time be able to analyze the data to improve your training process. If you run a department report and it shows you that let me just click here. It shows you that, let's say, the backgrounds department is not doing so well, or they're not pushing out a lot of trainings. Let me maximize this a little bit so you can see it here. The backgrounds department is not up to par, or you have some low training, or there's not enough hours dedicated to training compared to administration, for example. Then you can work on that part and have issue more training for that particular department, or increase their training, or their score average is very low. You can push their averages to be a little higher. Maybe they need more time, more specialized training. So documenting all the training, documenting the scores, the percentage, it really helps. It really helps you to analyze each employee, each department, and the whole organization as a whole. So with the data, you can make smart decisions from there. So this is the training for adding trainings into the training module, and also a little bit intro to the training center that we have on our website. It's everything that you see is free here to use. There's no sign up or registration at all. The software itself, the Title 31 software, is free for all casinos to use without registration. When you register the application and you choose to purchase it, it just changes the registration to your company. Other than that, this is the full version. You can use it as is. So once again, thank you for attending this training, and if you have any questions, feel free to send it to us. We'll combine those, and we'll add those into another video training and post it so that everybody can use it as a reference or a training guide as well. So once again, thank you for attending this training, and have a great day. I'll see you next time.